Hi everyone, Jim here with North Texas Prepper, the North Texas Prepper, by the way. Yesterday's video, little 2-minute video that I did after we got our lockdown shelter in place, I guess, what do you call it? Orders. Anyway, so today I find out that man, I'm telling you, I came home and I told my wife, I said, I think it would be easier to count the amount of people that are staying home than the people that'll be able to go to work. What I've got here is the Dallas County Amended Order of the County Judge Clay Jenkins. Okay, 7 pages. What my this is the copy that my work gave me when I got back from Shreveport today. Okay, so number one, I found out that they found a way in here for us not to close. So I will be going to work. No shelter in place. It's kind of like the work program if you go to jail. I've only been to jail once. It was overnight, but I know there's been I know they have a program where if you're in jail for an extended period of time, sometimes you can get work release and go back. Well, that's basically what, I don't know what the percentage of people is that are going to be able to actually go to work and come home, but it's a lot. And I'm going to share some of it with you. I'm not going to read this verbatim, word for word. I've highlighted some areas that I do want to cover. So let's get to it. Number one, like I said, this is the Dallas County Amended Order of County Judge Clay Jenkins. Stay home, stay safe. Date amended, ordered issued March 22nd, 2020. In the summary, about a quarter of the way down, it says, because of the risk of the rapid spread of the virus and the need to protect most vulnerable members of the community, this order requires all individuals anywhere in Dallas County to shelter in place. That is, stay home. Except for certain essential activities and work to provide essential business and government services or perform essential public infrastructure construction, including housing. This order takes effect at 11:59 p.m. on March 23rd, 2020, and will continue through 11:59 p.m. on April 3rd, 2020, subject to the limited exceptions and under the terms and conditions more particularly set forth below. Number one, starts out effective as of 11:59 p.m. on March 23rd, 2020, and continuing until 11:59 p.m. on April 3rd, 2020. Page 2. All individuals currently living within Dallas County are ordered to shelter at their place of residence. Then I'm going to skip down a couple sentences. They must at all times, as reasonably as possibly, maintain social distancing at least 6 feet. One more sentence down. All persons may leave their residences only for essential activities or to provide or perform essential governmental functions or to operate essential businesses, all as defined in Section 2. B. All businesses operating within Dallas County except essential businesses as defined in Section 2 are required to cease all activities at facilities located within the county. And it says, for clarity, businesses may continue operations consisting exclusively of employees or contractors performing activities at their own residences, i.e. working from home. To the greatest extent possible, all essential businesses shall comply with the social distancing guidelines attached, including maintaining 6-foot distancing for both employees and the general public. Sorry, I didn't realize I was covering myself up there. Not that I shouldn't, but it's kind of rude. All public or private gatherings of any number of people occurring outside a single household or living unit are prohibited. prohibited, except as otherwise provided herein. Nothing in this order prohibits the gathering of members of a household or a living unit. Restaurants with or without drive-in or drive-through services and microbreweries, microdistilleries, or wineries, which all three of those are really big in Texas, may only provide takeout, delivery, or drive-through services allowed by law. E. Religious and worship services may only be provided by video and teleconference. And then it goes down talking about up to 10 people can gather at the facility, the church, or wherever, the worship center, but they have to maintain social distancing. Let's go down to 2 and A. For purposes of this order, individuals may leave their residence only to perform any of the following essential activities: to engage in activities or perform tasks essential to their health and safety, or to the health and safety of their family or household members. For example, obtaining medical supplies or medication, visiting a healthcare professional, or obtaining supplies needed to work from home. So I guess you can go to the office supply store or Walmart or wherever you need to go to get your supplies to work from home. Craft store, maybe you're building crafts at home. I don't know. It's crazy. To obtain necessary services or supplies for themselves and their family or household members, or to deliver those services or supplies to others, for example, food, pet supply, and any other household consumer products and products necessary to maintain the safety, sanitation, or essential operation of the residences. The whole thing to me is it just seems like if you're going to lock it down, lock it down. Medical and groceries, that's it. 10, 15 days, whatever. But it looks like everybody and their grandmother is going to be able to go just about anywhere they damn well please. I mean, it's almost silly to me how broad it is and how many people are going to be able to still be out there. So anyway, sorry, dropped a bottle of water on Cooper. Say hi, Cooper. Okay, let's keep going. Sorry about my rant. To engage in outdoor activity provided the individuals comply with social distancing requirements of 6 feet, the term that we're all going to be so freaking sick of hearing by the time this deal is done is just incredible. For example, walking, biking, hiking, or running. To perform work providing essential products and services at an essential business or to otherwise carry out activities specifically permitted in this order. To care for a family member or pet in another household. So, if you need to go take care of your sister or your mother or your dad or your brother or nephew or niece or something, or someone's dog somewhere, you just bring up that excuse. I guess they're going to follow you to the house and make sure that's where you're going. I don't know. Crazy. Okay, so the next thing, it says, for purposes of this order, essential businesses mean, I'm not going to go through all these. The first one is essential healthcare operations. It goes through all of that, including veterinarian, dental, medical, surgical, all that. Essential government functions. It goes through that, not a very big paragraph. And then it comes down to where my job, my employer is in. It says essential, which I still think is a stretch, but whatever. Essential critical infrastructure. Work necessary to the operations and maintenance of the 16 critical infrastructure sectors as identified by the National Cybersecurity. National Cybersecurity is identifying the infrastructures. An infrastructure agency, CISA, including public works construction. I can understand that. And then where ours supposedly comes in, residential and commercial construction, And then it has airport operations, water, sewer, gas, electrical, oil. Now, these are all jobs. These are all industries. Think of the thousands, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that this applies to. Excuse me. I'm going to start over. Including public works construction, like your city workers and county workers, stuff like that, state workers. Residential and commercial construction. Residential and commercial construction. How many people, how many places do you think in the size of Dallas County? I'm sorry, I was going to get that number and I didn't do it. I wish I had my other phone up here. I could look it up. About the amount of people in Dallas County. I might get it and add it. I don't know. I'll do something. Or I won't. Who knows? Anyway, so let me read these. Including public works construction, residential and commercial construction, airport operations. Airport operations. You know how many people are at DFW, Love Field Airport, the other airports in the area? It just seems silly to me. Water, sewer, gas, electrical, oil refining, roads and highways, public transportation, solid waste collection and removal, internet, and telecommunication systems, including the provision of essential global, national, and local infrastructure for computing services, business infrastructure, communications, web-based services, financial institutions, defense and national security related operations, essential manufacturing operations, provided that they carry out those services or that work in compliance with social distancing requirements of 6 feet to the extent possible. To the extent possible? Well, I'm sorry. I stood next to this guy a foot away because that was the extent possible of my 6 foot social distancing from him for 8 hours or 10 hours. Are they going to send an agent to each individual business, each job site, each warehouse, each airport, each whatever it is to make sure people are standing 6 foot apart? Essential businesses providing essential infrastructure should implement screening precautions to protect employees, and all activities shall be performed in compliance with social distancing guidelines attached. And I highlighted essential retail too because my wife is essential retail. Because where she works now, they do, along with everything else they do sell food products. So she actually had to go in today. If you might not have seen one of my 2 videos ago, I think I mentioned, I think it was titled something like hitting close to home or something. She was off the weekend before, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. During the weekend, they said they're going to cut their hours starting Monday or whenever it was, or immediately. And then Tuesday before she went in, she found out that when she got off at 6, they were closing until first week in April. And then they've been having conference calls, several a day, and they wanted everybody or whoever to go in and check the online orders and get them shipped out. So she went and did that today, and she doesn't have to go back and do that again until Sunday, I guess. So anyway, so it says food service providers, including grocery stores, warehouse stores, big box stores, bodegas. What's that? I don't know what that is. Bodegas. Bodegas? I don't know. Liquor stores. Yeah, Alki's got to have their beer and there's liquor. Gas stations, convenience stores, farmers markets. Really? Farmers markets can be open that sell food products and household staples. Well, I guess it's a good thing that it's open air. I don't know. I don't understand some of it. If people aren't ready right now, if people haven't had the chance or the money or whatever, or they just didn't think it was real or that it was going to happen, and they haven't had a chance to go get a week, 2 weeks, a month worth of food, It just seems to me, I'm not, I'm totally frustrated with the deal. I'm not upset because I have to go to work. I just think that if you're gonna do it, and the whole point of the lockdown, of the sheltering in place, is to keep people away from people so the virus doesn't spread. President Trump did the number one thing on the 10 days of it entering the United States from the first case, shut down the border to China. No more flights, no one else from China coming into the country. He saved literally tens of thousands, if not millions of people in the United States by doing that. New York's been heavy hit. California's been heavy hit. New Orleans, even though I haven't heard a lot on the news about New Orleans. I was reading about Louisiana on Sunday before we got our notice. Of course, state of Washington hit hard. So there's pockets. There's pockets. And, around. But do I think this is extreme? Do I think that it's overkill? I do. But I just don't. I don't know the reason for all this. Because what you're hearing, it seems to me, what you're hearing from the government is that the only place you're going to be able to go is to medical or to get groceries, basically, that kind of thing, to get food, to sustain, and to get medical services, or to get medical supplies or whatever. But all this, I guess I just don't know how long it literally would take for the country to totally fall apart if it literally shut down for 10 or 14 days. Is there no coming back from that? I don't know. I think we're already not coming back to where we were as America. There's too many other things. You can look at my past video. It's not all about the coronavirus, the COVID-19. Too many coincidences. Too many coincidences. They're totally blaming the market crash, which is still crashing, and it's going to crash further. I guarantee you, I'm not a market analyst, but the people that I watch that are market analysts say it is not going to stop anytime soon. You're looking at a second major depression with an unemployment rate exceeding 30%. The Great Depression was like 24, 25%, 23%, something like that. There's a couple things they tied to it that they're blaming the virus for. Just hear me out quickly. The market was going to crash anyway. They've been talking about it for 2 years. One of the Fed guys or central bank guys made a statement. It's on paper. Gregory Mannarino did a video and he put it down. It's like, I think he did the video Sunday or Saturday. I think it was Sunday. And he listed in there where the guy literally said that it was a planned event, that they're expecting up to 30%. A planned event to purposely put America, and this is like the president, it's a very high up person in the Fed or the central bank or whatever. Find Gregory Mannarino's Sunday video. It's on there. The link is in there. I don't know. I just don't know what to say about this. Is it going to help? Yeah, it's going to curb some. I'm probably going to try and post in the video, before the video or after the video, some screenshots that I took of, or I might be able to find better copies, of some numbers that after the after Judge Jenkins said his piece today, I had an Asian guy, I don't know his name, but he was given the amount of people and the ages and what they were trying to reach as far as saving lives by doing what they're doing. And God bless them. I mean, that's awesome. But I just feel like this thing is so broad and allowing so many. I'm looking up here too because I've got my other camera up here going. I just think it's so broad that there's going to be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people still out and about making contact. You cannot do social distancing 100%. I'm out every day when I'm on the road. I see things that just, even before all this started, you notice a person coming out of a stall and don't even wash your hands, go grab the door and go straight out into the restaurant or the truck stop or what. And I'm like, I'm wearing gloves now. I'm wiping things down if I don't have the gloves on. I went to Lowe's tonight to get potting soil for the vegetable garden. I wiped down the flatbed deal. I've got the wipes. I just, I want to do what I can do, and my wife wants to do, and my son and my daughter and my other son, and everybody wants to do what they need to do to help out and do our part. But it just, this thing here, when I read this today, I just couldn't believe it. And I'm sorry this video's going so long, and I'm telling you, you can go to Google or wherever, whatever browser you want to use. Just put in Dallas County Amended Order, and it'll come up. You can print it out. You can read it online. You can email it to yourself, text it, and just look at it and read it and tell me. I know some of these things are essential. The medical, the groceries, the sanitation and waste pickup. But you know what? I don't think the roads are going to get any worse than they are in 2 weeks. I don't think the grid's going to shut down unless we have an EMP or whatever the other things are that can happen. I mean, I just think it's way too broad. I don't think the housing industry is going to go under if houses aren't built for 2 weeks. I don't think that our business and our contractors, if everything's shut down in it for 2 weeks. Anyway, take a look at it. Go online and look. And I'm sure other places that have done it have theirs also. I just couldn't believe it. And I thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my rant. It's not really a rant. It is a rant. It's just I'm frustrated. I think that if you're going to do it, do it. If you're going to curve the dang thing and really get rid of it, do something serious. To me, this isn't serious. It's silly. It's silly. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people are still going to be out there in Dallas County other than medical and grocery, construction work, whatever. And you know what? I understand it's about the money too. People got to make money. People got to live. But 2 weeks? I don't know. And I'm going to say this right here, and I'm going to stop. You want to send me $1,000, $1,500, $3,000 for the family, whatever it is? That's fine. But you know what I'd like to see you to do? Really? How about pay us back the $35,000, $40,000 we lost on our 401ks the last week? They ain't going to get that back. Remember 2008? There was people that retired the year before, 6 months before. They were supposed to retire a year after. They've been retired for 2 years. They just retired and lost everything because of 2008 when the market went. Just be aware. Wake up. Wake up. and see everything else that is tied with this. Stay safe, stay clean, do what they tell you to do as far as washing your hands and sanitizing and social distancing the best that you possibly can. Be smart. Have some freaking common sense. Common sense ain't so common anymore. All these kids that went to spring break. Number one, it's the cities and the municipalities that let them on the beaches. Their fault. And now you got kids that are positive. Those kids don't need to go party. Wait till this all cools down. Go do it some other time. Go do it in the frickin' summer. I don't know. I hope it helps. I don't think it can hurt. I just don't think it's going to be as effective as it could have been. I'm glad they're acting quickly. They're not waiting till there's hundreds of thousands, deaths in Dallas County to do it. It'd be too late. I hope it helps. All they're doing is trying to slow down that curve. They don't want a fast peak because it'll fill the beds and all the equipment that they got available in the hospitals in Dallas County. They want to manage it, and that's all. So I guess that's all they're doing, is they're just managing it. Trying to slow down the curve. Trying to keep it low. Trying to slow down the spread. And I've never in my life done a video like this before. Never. And I hope I don't do another one. But I think there's going to be some things that happen. Guys, don't be fearful. I'm going to give you this. What is fear? False emotions appearing real. False emotions appearing real. Now let me give you one for faith. Find answers in the heart. Faith. Find answers in the heart. I got that a few years back from John DeLemme. I will not take credit for it. That's it, guys. Get on your knees. Pray. God says that if my people will turn from their sin, if they will repent and turn from their sin, I will heal their land. That's what we need to do. America needs to get back to God in a big way. In a big, big, big way. All right, guys. Love you. If you haven't, get down. I don't always rant like this, so get down below, subscribe, like it, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you in a lockdown? Are you in a shelter at home? Have you read the paperwork? Are you still working? Let me know. Get down in the comments. Let's have a little community down there. Share this video. Get it out. And I'll see you on the next one. Fired up.